Hey everybody, it's LavenderTowne, and today I'm going to be trying to recreate a drawing that took me over 2 hours in real life, and I'm going to be trying to recreate it in 2 minutes. So the first thing I needed was an illustration that was actually complicated enough to take 2 hours. It typically takes me between 30 minutes and 45 minutes to do one drawing for YouTube, so it had to be something that was more complicated than what I usually draw. I thought that I could do a cover for Unfamiliar because I knew that that was going to be relatively detailed and have a lot of background elements, and I was right. It ended up taking about 2 hours and 45 minutes actually. So these clips are sped up 4,000%. That is at least twice as fast as I usually speed up my clips for these videos. That's how long this whole segment took. Also, I didn't want this to be the majority of the video because I know a lot of you are probably clicking for the challenge element. So don't worry, this actually goes by very quickly, even though in real time it was unusually long for me. By the way, I always forget to say this, if you want to read my webcomic, there's a link in the description. You can check it out. It's on Tapastic and it's free to read, so go for it. So how long a image takes really depends on how familiar you are with what you're drawing. For me, whenever there's a background, it always adds on a lot of time. And whenever there's a character that I'm not familiar with drawing or that I'm still designing, that adds a lot of time too. Now, luckily for me, these characters I've drawn many times before. The only thing I had to sort of design was the composition and the new outfit that Sun is wearing. I decided to do a brushy style of shading too to make it soft, and I knew that was going to take a little bit longer as well. Now, cell shading is basically what I do before I start brushing it out. When I first started the comic, I actually only did cell shading, and I think it still looks pretty good, but I've really enjoyed trying out these brushy, like blendy kind of shades because I think it makes everything look softer, and especially with the hair, it makes it look more I don't know, like tactile, like you can see that it's hair, I guess. But of course there's nothing wrong with cell shading. I am still a huge fan of it, and I'm sure that I will still use it. Now, to add even more complication to this image, I also started coloring in the lines. So instead of having straight black lines on lighter parts of the image, like her skin, I would have like a reddish sort of tone instead of a black line. I just did that with a clipping mask over the top of the line art layer and then sort of drew in manually wherever I wanted to change the color of the line. That's a tip I recommend if you want your image to look softer, because obviously black is the harshest kind of line that you can have pretty much. So I also wanted to add more background details. I didn't want it to be just one big image of Babs behind Sun, so I decided to put a whole bunch of pictures and Polaroids behind her so it feels like a gallery. I also wanted some floor for her to actually stand on. I'm definitely a culprit of sort of being lazy and wanting to go fast and sort of leaving the backgrounds as sparse as I possibly can, but when you have all the time in the world, it's actually much better to put in the detail that you feel like it actually deserves, and I felt like this image would be improved by adding lots more pictures. If you're worried about the background dominating the foreground, which is legitimately a serious problem if you over detail the background, sometimes it becomes way too much to look at and you can't see the foreground elements. But one way that you can combat that pretty easily is by putting a clipping layer over the inking of everything in the background and just turning it to a softer color or turning down the opacity. It will make it sink into the background. So you can see that it's really overwhelming right now because it's all these hard black lines, but once I put the clipping layer back over it, suddenly Sun pops out again and everything is totally fine. So that is something I highly recommend. If you feel like your image is getting to be just too much, that's a really easy way to pop the character in the front out from the background, and you won't have to worry about the viewer's eye going all over the place. So yeah, you can see now it's really softened it up and pushed those things back. So I added a little wood paneling under her feet so it looks like she is in a gallery, and then I am done. Now it's time for the challenge. Alright, so I got my timer, it's set for 2 minutes, and I'm just going to try to get, my goal is to get the inking done. I'm not going to do a sketch layer, I'm just going to try to go straight into black and get as much of the details done as I can, and then hopefully by the halfway point I'll be able to paint bucket in some of the colors, and maybe it will kind of look the way that it did, like maybe if you're like squinting at it. So alright, let's get started. Go. Alright, so it's... Ooh, I have my smoothing on, so that's not good. Already wasted time. Already wasted time. Alright, so... so you can see I was picking up my pen a lot for a second there, because I immediately tried to start sketching, but what I actually want to do is keep everything relatively smooth, and just get these rough images down, especially if I want to be using the paint bucket tool. I do not want to waste time having sketchy lines like that. Wow, this time is going by so quickly. I'm definitely gonna have to try again. This is a disaster! Okay, so she has like a slouchy t-shirt on and kind of like this. Oh my gosh, this is so stressful. What was I thinking? This is a terrible idea. This is a terrible idea for a challenge. I've done a version of this where I have like 10 seconds, but that's so over so fast that it's like you can't get anything done. It's like completely pointless. Oh god, her legs are so messed up. I didn't give her enough hip. I mean, she's a pretty slender girl, but still, you need to be able to put 2 legs in there. Alright. Oh my god, 30 seconds left. I don't know how I thought I was gonna get to color, but oh god. And then oh my god, it's getting so bad. Oh no, don't give me an error message. I don't need that right now. I need support. I need support. Oh my god, 3 seconds. 3 seconds. Well, that could have gone better. Oh my gosh, I look like I've been in an altercation. Alright, so that's attempt to number 1. Oh my gosh, I almost kept working on it, just like compulsively. Alright, attempt number 1. Alright, so here's where I think I went wrong. I wasted time zooming in on the image. Wow, that fan is really loud. I'm sorry, that's probably really getting in the audio. So yeah, okay, I wasted time. I should have been putting in solid blacks. That would help this, I think, a lot, like in her hair region right there. And then I also think that I could have like done away with the wrinkles and stuff. Basically, I shouldn't be putting in any details that are not like structural and really important, because I just don't have time. So I'm gonna try this one again, and then maybe we'll see some progress. 1, 2, 3, start. Okay, this time I'm gonna just do what is the most important. So I actually draw her like top down most of the time for some reason. Every character I draw slightly differently. Like, I don't actually have a perfect, like, you're supposed to do obviously sketch stuff first, and I always do that, but I still tend to draw some of these characters from the head down, and then some of them from, like, I guess it depends on the pose. If the pose is more complicated, I usually try to do the feet first, because then you can see the weight of the body better. Alright, I gotta get the camera in there, because it's, like, actually important. Alright, halfway done already, so that's not great. Alright, I'm gonna start putting in flat blacks, because that, whoops, not like that, oh god. There we go, that's what I like to see. Alright, looking better already. Alright, now let's calmly make that square, instead of in a horrible panic like I did last time. A little Polaroid in the background. And then Babs. I realize, like, I talk a lot about my comic, but I don't actually tell you guys where it is or how to read it or anything, which is probably not the best marketing decision on my part. But it's on Tapastic if you guys ever want to read it. I probably shouldn't make it so hard for you to read my comic. I actually started that before I started my YouTube channel, so. Oh, I have 10 seconds left. No more reminiscing. Oh, I could put color in. Maybe there's time. Oh god, why'd I go to another layer? I don't have time. Ah! Okay, that's a little better, right? Let's compare. Actually, I kind of like the other one better. Oh, that's reverse progress. That's not good. Should I give it one more go? I don't know. I don't know if it's even possible to do anything in this amount of time. Alright, I'm gonna go for one final round and then I'm gonna wrap this video up. This is the last try. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go! Okay, I'm on the clock. I'm trying to go for quality this time. I actually liked, like, there's some details I feel like I really need to put in, otherwise it has no, like, personality. I realized that. I'm also zooming in this time, apparently. I drew her too big compared to the original. Maybe the zooming in will help drastically, because then I won't have to worry about the legs. Ooh, one of her legs is a little on the thick side. That's fine. That's fine. I think this is going to be my best attempt yet. I think this is the one. Oh, my hands are shaking though. I'm so nervous. I want this one to be good because it's my last try. Alright, 50 seconds. Oh my gosh, this one has potential. This one has the potential to be really good. I mean, not really good, but you know what I mean. Within this context, it will be really good. Okay, a little pink on her leg, never hurt anybody. A little black on her thigh, so that's okay. Alright, whoops. Sure. Damn it, I didn't color these in right. What did I expect was gonna happen? 19 seconds. Alright. Yeah, we're just gonna put in pink. Everything's pink. Everything can be pink. And oh god, I can color in her camera. How many seconds do I have? No! Alright. That's definitely the most that I got done. So there was some improvement here. That's good. Wow, that was really frantic. That was super stressful. Why do I do challenge videos? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't know how educational it was, but yeah, I challenge you to make your, whatever is the drawing that you're most proud of right now, I challenge you to do it in 2 minutes. Because it's a really difficult, it's super difficult. 2 minutes is so short. Thank you guys for staying till the end, and I will see you next week. Thank you guys for staying till the end, and I will see you next week. Thank you to all of my patrons, including Scott Peterson, Christy Stewart, Paynamel, The Artsy Moose, Elizabeth Albin, Kampum Hon, Trashomaniac, Micadactyl, Okamore, Matthew Kunke, Blep, Sergeant Pendulum, Shiori, Lena Christine, DeSweet 12, Ahiwas, Taka, Lovely, Lachlan MD, Mystic, Enzo Gilbert, Yo Boy ST, JJ Jade, La Blah Blah Blah, and Addy Visual.